already know what it is.
Forget vibe for other make music.
No hype, only black mic, no bag of
I know she loves to create. No, you're in tune to the mankind. No, you're in tune to the mankind. No, you're in tune to the mankind. DJ Gussie, world ranking DJ, no? No, you're in tune to the mankind. DJ Gussie, 5.4 Roots FM. DJ Gussie, 95.4, 95. The day will come when we will see the rising sun. Yeah, now, no more crying, no victimizing.
The great voice, Fred McGregor. Fabulous track from back in the day. 20 minutes after 8. Once again, welcome. If you have just joined us tonight, great to have you on board. www.ukrootsfm.com. And tonight we have a very special guest coming in tonight. Goes by the name of Mr. Nereus Joseph. We'll be here shortly.
This is Nereus Joseph saying Project Black Mike UK. Big up yourself every time. Keep it flashing, keep the video light running. See? Don't move. Boom.
Dark brown shade of my skin, only yet color to my tears. Daddy splash against my outer bones, that rocks my soul. Oh yeah.
So remember, tonight, just after the break, the great man himself, Mr. Nereus Joseph, is here live and direct at Roots FM 95.4. Alongside Project Black Mike UK, film of the night tonight. Thank you very much, guys. C Major Jungle here tonight. Doing some great works around the area. That number once again is 0208-838-2535 or text in 07956 287 139. So make sure you stay exactly where you are tonight. After the break, we're back with Nereus Joseph. If you have just joined us live and direct to Roots, the great man Nereus Joseph is right here. We're going to find out about him, about his brand new album. It's called Yasame There. You see that one ring there, Nereus? You see that one ring there? That means they want us to play it again.
Is that how it goes? That's the system.
That's what they do.
Now.
That's the code. That's the code. You know?
Okay, my brother. You
That's
do
the
your
code.
thing.
Everything's another war, and what's all this fighting for? I do reasons did not explain.
Nereus now, born 12th of May 1962 in St. Lucia. Now, you've got a big family.
Big, you know.
You've got a big family.
Lord, big. You know the funny thing about that is I live in East London. And when my parents first came to England, they lived around these sides, you know, which is Paddington and Harlesden and Willesden. So the majority of my family is out here in West London.
And there was also, and your parents was also into music in a big way as well.
Oh yes, they were into music. My mother could sing really well. Both my mother and father was, you know, really good singers. I think that's carried on, through the family, because my little sister Leola, she sings all the BVs for me on the albums.
Okay.
You know.
And also your uncles as well. I mean, looking back on this, there was a Calypso band called the Merry Makers.
Merry Makers.
Yeah.
My uncles, you know, the band was really big and forward, because I've got the album still, you know, and I played the album, and the quality of the recording, you know, a really big band, you know.
But also, when you first came over, I was reading up on some of the stuff about you. When you first came over, you were finding it hard to adjust to the surroundings and everything that was around it. Even the music culture was.
You know, see out there.
I know.
It's all, you know.
so
I just come from the Caribbean in my shorts, then come on the ship with my shorts. Thank God, because as we get closer to England, you kind of start feeling this little nippy chilling at the ear. But when you reach Manchester now, you feel the full brunt, you know. Yeah, man, it was hard. Music was the thing that kept me sane in this country. You know what I'm saying?
Because also, you got some music sent over to you, yeah, just to keep your mind at ease.
Yeah, well, I used to get them as birthday present,
Yeah.
Christmas present from my cousin Olive. Olive, big up yourself, you know, because you know she came to the house and see us bored out of our mind, and she realized we love music, so she kept the music flowing. So I got all the big albums, Wolf and Leopard. Johnny Clark album, all that Frontline series. Remember the Frontline stuff?
I remember all of those.
Yeah, because you could buy those for about £2 and £3, and she knew, you know, when to cheer me up. She would just come around with the album, and you know, yeah.
But for you coming over and tell me a bit about, because you got into the music business in a big way. Now, if I mention a label to you right now, Fashion Records.
Fashion, yeah, man. A big step in
That's a big
the
step for
career.
you,
Big
yeah.
step. I was with Coptic Roots Band at the time, and big up Coptics, because even though we hadn't made any records, we hadn't recorded anything, we were still touring Europe, you know, on a band level. Then I joined Fashion, but I always had this band orientation about me, you know what I'm saying? So when it came to production and recording, I sort of had a hands-on thing. I was always there while things were being done on my track. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I have to big up Fashion in a big way, because they give me a big boss.
I know, because back in the day, Fashion was a great label.
Fantastic. You know, a big part of the fraternity was down there, and they were really catering for up-and-coming artists. They had this audition thing they did, just like at Studio One, you know. it was great. And then while you were working on your material, you had loads of different artists in the camp with you, helping you, because we were taught to help each other. You know, and that really worked in the camp. Yeah, man.
So for you, I mean, when it came to music itself and making music and also writing, did you find it easy to do things like that?
Absolutely, because you know, I had people like Asher Senator, you know, Smiley Culture, Winsome, so many artists on the label, and we from day one, it wasn't even something that was asked of us. We all helped each other. We was all sort of there for each other, you know what I'm saying? I remember being at, before my session started, I'd be at a session with Smiley Culture and Asha, and you know, you're in the studio, so everybody helps and gives ideas, because
that's a good
like
thing, though.
a lyrical factory, you know, you're writing lyrics all the time, you know?
That is good, because that just gives you a good mindset, and with the input from all the other people as well.
Absolutely.
It's great.
Absolutely.
It's great. What I'll do, I'm going to feature one more track now, and it's called, I'll tell you what, I want to let them hear it,
Okay.
because I think they should know it.
All right.
They should know it.
Tell me what you got to do it wrong, and tell me what you wanted.
Well, there you go. That's another track from back in the day, a blast from the past. Now, Nereus, I'm also looking up on some things here. You've done some along with when you're coming up in the 80s. There was you work with people like Shaka Demas, And there's also some some adverts and stuff we've done. Yeah. I'm gonna bring up that one as well. Yeah. Kenko.
Oh Lord.
Kenko. Does that ring a bell?
I got to drink coffee for about 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years worth of supply.
Now tell London Town about the Kenko one then.
I don't know. It was just so strange because one day I got this phone call saying they'd like me to do this advert. So, you know, usually you listen to the radio, you hear the adverts, and they say, no, not that kind of advert. This is for the TV, coffee people, you know? So I got down to this big studio up in the West End, really big studio, keyed out. And when I look, I see the Rough Cut Band. So I said, wow, this is good. And yeah, we did this Stir It Up coffee advert, playing all over the place. And it was good. I felt much better reaching there and finding the Rough Cut there, you know what I'm saying? I just felt more at home.
Well, it's good because I mean, those guys are great guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, you've also worked with quite a few producers as well. People like Lorenzo, African Simba, Donovan King J.
Oh, well, these are the albums I produced for them.
And also Chris, the Pickens as well.
Pickens.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I worked with people like those as well. So
Well, Chris Pickens was a producer that worked with me, and I worked with him. You know, stuff with me and Gappy Ranks.
Okay.
But those other guys you mentioned was artists that I actually produced albums for in 2013.
Great. Now, for you now, have you found it hard in the music business right now to do certain things for yourself?
Not right now, because for a good few years I've been striving to be totally independent, to sort of just rely on my own self to get things done. You know, the more you can be independent of your own self, I think it makes life easier in the music business, because the more you wait on other people and wait on other things, you know, you can't determine when, you know, your stuff comes out and when stuff happens for you. For instance, the albums that I did last year was King Lorenzo, Wayne Lyrics, African Simba, Lovella Ellis. I did some work for a time with Real Talk, which is Diane and Caroline from Akabu. And those things was not on the Nereus Joseph label. They were on labels that those artists had for themselves.
Okay.
So that ensured independence, and they're moving on their own time and not my time.
Right. So by you doing what you're doing, you know that when you do stuff, you know when it's going to be out. You know when
that's right.
So
and therefore, when I produce my own stuff, when I produced the album Yasome There, I could determine when that's coming out, how it's coming out, and what condition. So that's very important.
Okay, we're going to feature another track from a little while back. I've said a few months ago, and then we're going to go into the to your album, which is called Yasome There.
Nereus, it's serious. It's not a politician who get the definition of a rebel. Someone will put food on the table and make sure the family is stable. You know we ever forget the recognition.
This track says a lot, Nereus. Says a lot.
Time and be careful, like it take you to another level. I'm a rebel from the born and go.
Welcome all those that's locked on the TuneIn Radio apps, or online at www.uk.rootfm.com. Thank you very much for choosing Roots. He's here, great man Nereus Joseph, alongside the filming crew in here tonight. Project Black Mike, C Major, Jungle, they're here. Now I'm going to take this one right the way down. Now Nereus, this track tore the place up, you know.
Did you know?
You know something? Everywhere I went to, this was just pumping out, all over the place.
I couldn't believe it. People were calling me from New York saying, this tune, and Ray. And I was like, what are you talking? This time I don't even know what they're talking about. I'm a Rebel. Incredible tune.
Yeah, because
world beater tune. You know?
Because the words and the lyrics and how you guys sung it was fabulous. It just captured a lot of people.
Yeah, man. All dues to Chris Pickens. I would say nothing to do with none of us apart from Chris Beckins, because I went to the studio, Chris asked me about the project, we talked about the project, sounded like a good idea, I voiced my part, and Chris had the vision to know how this thing was going to end up, you know. So he said, all right, leave it and we'll work out the rest. You know, Gappy coming, and when I heard this tune I said, wow, the tune. Because I remember Uri, Daddy Rai part, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, whoa, this is just as close, this is exciting, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say just as good, because it is not just as good as Daddy Rai's part, but this one was reaching high, you know?
It tore the place up.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You know, because I know that most of the selectors around here have got this, and everywhere I go, I'm still hearing it. It's played everywhere right now.
Yeah, man, it non-stop, it can't stop. Yeah.
Now, this brings me to your album now, Nereus.
Okay.
The title track of your album.
Yes, so be there.
Yes, we're there. Now, no, you're talking about. No, don't say not yet tonight.
I said no.
Right. You're talking about either you're here in this country, or you're talking about, well, this is what I'm feeling, or you're talking about where you are in the music industry at this stage in your life, or you could be talking about your personal life.
I think it's a bit of everything.
Right, I thought so.
Because really, yeah, and because it's a bit of everything, it forced me to use that as the title even more, because it was pertaining to so many different things. All of what you said just now, you know what I'm saying? But the main stance of Yes So Me There is like a stance to say, well, love I deal with, is love I deal with. So in the messages I send, it's love, okay? It's a stance and it's a place in my head. It's a place that I'm, you know, it's my space at the moment, you know what I'm saying? And it portrays to the music, because the music is not strictly roots or strictly lovers. So I have not been, you know, some people say, oh, I'm a lovers rock artist, or I'm a roots artist.
That's what I love about you, because on the album, it's got a bit of everything on it.
Right, because the people the artists that I listened to and grew me into this, that's exactly what they were portraying, you know what I'm saying? People like Dennis Brown, Freddie McGregor, Sugar Minott, you know, that's what they were portraying, and this is what I class reggae music to be, you know what I'm saying? Reggae music has all these things, you know what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to say, Yes So Me There. It's right there, so me there.
Tell me about some of the great artists that you've also worked with up until now.
Wow.
Around the area. Just name a few of them, because I know that you've been doing a lot of PAs and stuff around the area as well.
Production-wise?
Production-wise as well.
Wow. I mean, from I left Fashion, even at Fashion, we had some great musicians working with. We had Steely and Clevie for a good while there. We had Sly and Robbie, you know, because Steely and Clevie actually linked Guidance, you know. We had Sly and Robbie working with us for a good time. When I left there, so I worked with Jetstar them and Musclehead and that camp there. And while I was at Jetstar, it was strange, because we did an album called Rejoice.
Yeah.
And on the album, it featured maybe about 5, 6, 7, 8 different producers. We produced tracks from each different producers. And one track was a few tracks with Frankie Paul, some tracks with Rough Cut. That was my kind of first introduction to Rough Cut, because You Can Keep Loving Me was on that album. And then we had Third World, the guys from Third World, doing some production. Yeah, so it was a good chance to meet a few different kind of production team and producers.
What's in store for 2000? I'm going to ask you, what's in store for 2014 for you? Gigs, places where you're going to be?
Gigs like crazy, tours, Europe, Africa, Caribbean, America. Let's see, loads of gigs. Here in London, One Love Festival.
Okay.
The Guidance, I always keep the Guidance show every year, the birthday bash every year. Last year we had Pinchers. The year before we had Al Campbell. And then the year before that we had the British artists, myself, Cappy Ragson, Nutella, Roger Robin, those guys, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun-packed 2014.
But make sure that that when that one comes together, you pop back in here and give us more information on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
We'll keep you guys
Because we'd love to see you back here.
abreast of what's going on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, is there anyone out there that you want to say a big hi to? And well, I'll tell you something. There's a lot of people out there who want to say hi to you. So I think you might just do it one time.
Hi to everyone
Yeah.
that's listening. Give thanks for all the listeners. Give thanks to my management because she's working hard right now. Give thanks. Give thanks to all Jerry Lyons who helped me on the project. Yes, so we there. The crew from Leeds was part of the live band. You know, Buckshot. Junior Willocks, which we call Buckshot because we plays them keyboards. You know what I'm saying? Carl Robinson. You know, big up all the Leeds Massive. Big up Phyllis. You know, big up Marcus and Shadrach and all the rest of the crew. Bless up.
Well, there you go. You forgot one thing, huh?
Oh, the crew, the crew. I can't forget them because they're like, you know, my eyes, right? It's not really forget, you know, like you say, you forget. You can't really forget them.
Can't miss them. But it's good. We love them.
Big up yourself and thank you guys for coming out
Project Black Mike
guys,
UK.
Sunday, you know, the money could have done on my eat, right?
I know.
I no business with nobody.
I
You
know.
switch our phone and everything.
But they're here.
All right.
They're here. So
See
bless.
you.
Bless. But one more last thing, you know.
That's right, guys.
Roots FM.
That's
you know,
it.
I know you guys are tuned in. The UK Roots FM. I'm gonna keep that one locked in my phone now because I can't get the internet on it now and listen on the internet because where we come from, it's too far. If you tune in on the normal, so
get the app, you know.
Me have it.
Good.
Me have it already. As me I look on it, me have it. All right, sir.
Listen, Nereus, once again, it's a pleasure, man. You know, it's always a pleasure. Every time I see you, it's a pleasure to hear you sing and perform. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight.
Thank you
Because
so much.
I know that you come from a distance, you know, and for you to take time out to come down here, so bless you.
Oh, it's cool, man.
You
It's
know,
cool.
so-
No problem. Guys, listen. Before I go, please, guys, if you can support, please go and buy the album. It's on iTunes. You can get it on iTunes and Amazon as well. If you got any problems, you can go onto the Nereus Joseph fan page. You know what I mean? Facebook. Or you can go onto the normal Nereus Joseph page, and all the links are there. Give thanks in advance for your support. Blessings.